Let's dive right into this because if you've been paying even a tiny bit of attention to the sports world this summer, well, you know the ground beneath Los Angeles has fundamentally shifted. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're breaking down the massive and frankly, franchise-altering shifts happening to the Los Angeles Lakers in the summer of 2026. We are talking billions of dollars, the departure of literal generational icons, and a total top-to-bottom restructuring of one of the most famous brands on the planet. To cleanly untangle this totally chaotic web of news, we're going to look at this transition through 5 distinct pillars. First, the end of the Buss family era. Second, the $12.5 billion takeover. Third, LeBron James turning the page. Fourth, rebuilding the roster. And fifth, the new front office. Let's just jump right in. Number 1, the end of an era. The Buss family legacy. You know, it's almost impossible to overstate the historical weight of this departure. From the exact moment Dr. Jerry Buss bought the team back in 1979, all the way to 2026, the Lakers won an astonishing 11 NBA championships. 11! But to actually enact this final sale, the Buss Family Trust, which is made up of the 6 siblings, required a majority vote. And that's exactly what happened. 4 out of the 6 siblings voted to trigger what's called a tag-along provision. This essentially forces minority shareholders to join in the sale of a company, which allowed them to seamlessly offload their final 17.8% stake. Let's move to our second pillar and see how this builds. The $12.5 billion takeover. Corporate shifts. When a brand is insanely iconic as the Lakers changes hands, you better believe the numbers are going to be staggering. $12.5 billion. Literally, $12.5 billion. That is the jaw-dropping valuation of the franchise in this deal. So Mark Walter is selling to new majority owners Josh Kushner and Bob Iger, and the Buss family is basically riding that incredible sky-high valuation to officially cash out their remaining shares. The family actually released an official statement to ESPN, reading, "We love the Lakers, Laker fans, and will continue to support Los Angeles. But it is time to use this opportunity to move on and exit gracefully while we still can." Now, a really important technical detail here. The NBA requires team governors to own at least 15% of a franchise. So because they're selling that 17.8% stake, Jeannie Buss will officially step down as the governor of the purple and gold. So what exactly does a graceful exit look like financially? Well, it looks like nearly $371 million. That's the reported amount that each of the 6 siblings, Jeannie, Jim, Johnny, Janie, Joey, and Jesse, will walk away with once this transaction is fully greenlit by the NBA Board of Governors. But, of course, while the financials are, clinical and strictly business, the emotional fallout from the fan base? Yeah, that's been intense. Fans are deeply divided. We're seeing comments online lamenting that the organization is disrespecting Dr. Jerry Buss's legacy, with some going as far as to say the whole organization is, quote, pissing in Jerry's grave, alongside some visceral demands for further changes, like, please announce Rob Pelinka firing next. It is a highly charged atmosphere right now, which really just highlights the deep emotional investment fans have in this franchise. All right, moving on to Pillar 3. LeBron turns the page. A superstar departs. Now, what's really interesting about this is the absolute earthquake that struck the on-court product. After an 8-year run where he brought the team back to championship relevance, LeBron James is out. He's departing Los Angeles. And his rationale? It's fascinating. LeBron explicitly stated, they don't play meaningful basketball. We have a different philosophy on how to build championship teams. So this wasn't just some casual free agency move. Insiders are reporting this was a genuine search for basketball happiness. Rather than coming back to the Lakers as a highly paid third option on a roster that's shifting its focus to development, LeBron opted to break up with the franchise completely to find a team that aligns with his immediate win-now championship window. So, naturally, the entire sports world is asking the exact same question. Where will LeBron go next? He's made it crystal clear that finding the right environment is paramount for him, even if that means he has to take a pay cut from the massive salary he commanded in LA. The rumored destinations are super intriguing. First up, the Golden State Warriors. They're a top contender, and that offers a reunion with his Olympic coach, Steve Kerr, not to mention playing alongside Steph Curry and Draymond Green. Then there's the Cleveland Cavaliers, which, wow, that would be a deeply emotional return home to the fan base that arguably loves him the most. And lastly, the Miami Heat, an organization where he already knows the championship culture inside and out. It's an incredibly scrutinized free agency, and honestly, wherever he lands, the balance of power in the whole NBA shifts. Moving right along to Pillar 4, rebuilding the roster.
Youth and analytics.
So, you might be wondering, how exactly do you replace LeBron James? Well, the short answer is you don't. Instead of trying to find a single generational superstar, the new Lakers organization is completely rebuilding the roster. They're prioritizing youth, hyper-specialized skill sets, and heavy analytics. And the first major domino to fall in this new strategy? A $52 million contract. This is a massive 4-year deal, with a player option in the final season, given to free agent forward and center Sandro Mamukelashvili. This move perfectly signals how the Lakers are redistributing that massive salary cap slot that LeBron used to occupy.
And this brilliantly illustrates the new front office methodology. They took that singular massive star salary and chopped it up to grab 4 distinct, highly specialized players. You've got Sandro Mamukelashvili bringing pace and three-point shooting, Walker Kessler, who they acquired via trade, bringing elite rim protection, Quentin Grimes, another trade pickup, adding isolation scoring and perimeter defense, and finally Cameron Carr, their 2026 draft pick representing pure developmental youth. The net result, they got significantly younger and way more versatile defensively.
Let's look at the specific details making these additions so intriguing. Analysts are pointing out Sandro's unique ability as a big man to grab defensive rebounds and immediately push the pace in transition, which the numbers say is a huge analytical upgrade over former players in that role. Then there's Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker who finally had his recurring shoulder issues surgically repaired, so he's ready to be a force inside. Quentin Grimes brings a really fun personal connection. He actually spent time working out with head coach J.J. Redick at Redick's guest house in the Hamptons. And Cameron Carr, a first-round pick, gives this historically older team a much-needed injection of youth to develop over the next few years.
Finally, our 5th pillar, the new front office, the room where it happens.
Okay, so who is actually pulling the strings on all these analytics-driven moves? Well, the days of the old family-run trust are totally over. Welcome to a highly structured, data-driven corporate org chart. To understand how the Lakers operate now, insiders have been using this brilliant analogy. The action room versus the situation room. It's a very modern corporate framework. Basically, the action room is where the daily basketball operations go down. But before executing any major decision, that action room has to consult with the high-level command center, the situation room, for final sign-off. So the crucial point here is this clear division of power. Down in the action room, you have your boots on the ground, General Manager Rob Pelinka, Head Coach J.J. Redick, and a newly expanded analytics team. They're the ones evaluating the talent and running the day-to-day. But hovering above them in central command, that situation room, are the financial and strategic heavyweights. Mark Walter, Bob Iger, Josh Kushner, and consulting minds like Farhan Zaidi and Andrew Friedman from the Dodgers organization. The action room pitches the vision, sure, but central command are the ones signing off on the $12.5 billion investment. Which leaves us with the ultimate question as we wrap up this explainer. Can this new, purely analytical front office, paired with this distinctly youthful piece-by-piece roster, truly replicate the 11 championships of the bust era? Or is the familial, star-driven magic of Showtime gone forever? The stakes for the 2026 season literally could not be higher. It's a brand new era in Los Angeles, and we are going to be watching every single move. Thanks for diving into this with me.